Hi, first grade. It is time for literacy. I have a couple of things that I want you to do today, and it's okay if you can't finish them all today. Just do whatever that you can get done. So, the first thing you're going to do is look at a chart that I'm going to send you on Seesaw and maybe make your own chart. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but it could look something like this. On one side, we're going to say, what I know about butterflies, things that you already know because we've already read so many books and we've learned so much. And I know that you probably knew a lot of things before we read also. And then on the other side, it says what I learned from the book. Now, it's super important that you do your chart, or even if you don't write it, if you talk about it or think about it with somebody before you listen to my recording of the story on the Epic book. Because after you read the book, you're going to know all these things, then everything's going to be on this side of the chart. So you have to put what you already know before you read. So I just thought of some things that I know that I already know, that we already know about butterflies. So I said I know that they lay eggs, and I put an egg on a leaf. That they grow and change, right? They start as an egg, they go to a caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. I know that they have a life cycle. That's something we already learned about. I know that the caterpillars get big and fat, right? They're very hungry. They have to eat a lot so that they can grow and change. And I also know that when they're butterflies, they have wings and they can fly. And I labeled their wings here. So these are some really cool things I already know about butterflies. Now, in the story that I'm sending you guys today, there's a lot of new information. I even learned some new things when I was reading. That is a cool thing about reading about something. You can always learn more. So now I'm going to think about some things that I learned from the book that were new that I didn't already know. Or maybe sometimes it might be something you knew about, but now you have more information about. That's how we're going to do our thinking today with our reading, okay? And it's okay if you don't write it on your chart, but you should probably talk with somebody and think about some things you already know, or even when you're reading, wow, that was something new that I learned, right? That's how we help your brain grow, is when we think about that new information. Okay, then after you're thinking about that chart, and after you're listening to my story and learning even more about butterflies, it's time to finish your butterfly life cycle. And you can make this a project however you want to make it. I kind of made a poster. So I took all my pieces that I already had and I stuck them to a big piece of paper. You may not have a big piece of paper, that's okay. And I wrote a sentence at least for each one. Everyone should be able to write at least one sentence. For this, I do want you to do some writing on paper. So here's my leaf and my egg, and I used those good words like when we're teaching something first, right? Those ordering words, sequential order. First, a butterfly lays an egg on a leaf. And here's my butterfly. Then I drew an arrow to the next thing. Then the egg hatches. I use that expert word, hatches, because I know about butterflies now and I know the vocabulary words. A caterpillar comes out. It eats the leaf. Then I drew an arrow and I have my chrysalis I made. Next, the caterpillar makes a chrysalis. Finally, the caterpillar comes out, but now it is a butterfly, and here is my butterfly. So I bet you can put all of your parts of the life cycle together that you made and do some writing about them. It's okay if you don't have your parts anymore. You could draw a picture or you could just do some writing, the writing part. And then when you're done with your work, I would love to see it on Seesaw and see what you made because you guys have been working so hard on all of these. Okay, first grade? So first, you're going to look at the chart. I'm going to go put it on Seesaw right now. Second, you're going to listen to me read that story on Epic and think about what some new things you learned were. Third, you're going to decide how you want to make your project look for all your butterfly life cycle pieces. And fourth, you're going to do some writing. Write at least one sentence for each part to tell how the butterfly and the caterpillar changed. And then last, you're going to post and share it on Seesaw. I can't wait to see everything that you do. Have fun, first grade.